This is the story of one of my favorite characters in the Bible. Joseph. Joseph was the 11th of Jacob's 12 sons, born to Rachel, Jacob's most beloved wife. Jacob loved Joseph deeply and gave him a special robe of many colors, a symbol of favor and possibly leadership. His brothers, already jealous of this favoritism, grew more resentful when Joseph shared two prophetic dreams. In one, their sheaves of grain bowed to his. In another, the sun, father, moon, mother, and 11 stars, brothers, bowed to him. These dreams suggested that Joseph would rule over his family, an outrageous idea to his older brothers. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers near Shechem. When they saw him coming, their jealousy boiled over. Some wanted to kill him, but Reuben suggested throwing him into a pit, hoping to rescue him later. While Reuben was away, the others sold Joseph to a caravan of Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. The brothers dipped Joseph's coat in goat's blood and deceived their father, who wept bitterly, believing his son was dead. Most times, it's always good to keep your dreams to yourself until it comes into reality. If you aren't discerning, you can never see the heart of men or know what they are thinking. Even if you want to share your dreams to anyone, ensure you are sharing it to someone who is spiritually matured. As parents, it's very important to learn to love your children equally, in order to avoid envy and jealousy amidst them. Joseph was sold to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh and captain of the guard. Though enslaved, the Lord was with Joseph, and he prospered, quickly rising to oversee all of Potiphar's household. Potiphar's wife, Zelika, named in extra-biblical texts, repeatedly tried to seduce Joseph. He consistently refused, declaring, "How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Humiliated by his rejection, she falsely accused Joseph of assault. Potiphar believed her, and Joseph was cast into prison. In the book of Jasher, it was stated that there was a time everyone had gone for an event but this mischievous woman, whom as the wife of Potiphar couldn't go, and that was mainly because she was lovesick. She told her friends who came to greet her about Joseph. When Joseph came to serve them, they were all staring at him. These women are married, even old enough to be his mother or big sister. When a woman or a man don't destroy the spirit of lust in them, it ends up controlling them. Even in prison, God's favor remained on Joseph. He gained the trust of the warden and was placed over the other prisoners. There, he met two of Pharaoh's officials. The cupbearer, who would be restored. The baker, who would be executed. God enabled Joseph to interpret their dreams accurately. He asked the cupbearer to remember him once released. But the cupbearer forgot, for 2 long years. Now, back to the story of Potiphar's wife. It was stated in the book of Jasher that, even after Joseph was thrown into the prison, the mischievous woman kept visiting him to see if he will change his mind or not. Can you see how she has been seriously controlled by lust? Joseph would have given in to her advances and say to himself, "I am stranger here and don't know anyone here, let me just give in," but he never did but stood firm in righteousness. He would prefer to die or be punished being righteous than enjoy the luxury of life while in sin. Pharaoh dreamed of 7 fat cows eaten by 7 thin cows. 7 healthy heads of grain swallowed by 7 scorched ones. None of Egypt's wise men could interpret the dreams. Then the cupbearer remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought before Pharaoh. He humbly declared, "It is not in me, God will give Pharaoh a favorable answer." He explained that the dreams foretold 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of severe famine. Joseph advised Pharaoh to store food during the good years. Pharaoh, impressed by Joseph's wisdom, made him second in command over all Egypt, dressed him in royal robes, gave him a signet ring, and renamed him Zaphanath-Paneah. Joseph married Asenath, and they had 2 sons, Manasseh, "God has made me forget my trouble," and Ephraim, "God has made me fruitful." When it's time for you to be announced or manifest, God will create a situation for your sake. Can you see that now? Joseph's faithfulness to God pays. It pays to be faithful to God. In the book of Jasher, it was recorded that an angel appeared to Joseph to interpret Pharaoh's dream to him and taught him the Egyptians' language, so, it was so shocking to Pharaoh to hear him speak in their language. That is what our God is able to do. If he wants to announce you, he will do it perfectly. The famine struck not only Egypt but also Canaan. Jacob sent 10 of his sons to Egypt to buy grain. Joseph recognized them, but they didn't recognize him. He tested their integrity, accusing them of being spies and demanding they bring back their youngest brother, Benjamin. When they returned with Benjamin, Joseph secretly placed his silver cup in Benjamin's sack and accused him of theft. This final test brought Judah to offer himself in Benjamin's place, showing the brothers' hearts had changed. There is a reason why God is sending you to that country. You might not like the place, but there's a reason he's leading you there. There's a reason why he will have you take that job. There's a reason why he's leading you to that path. Just obey. He knows the end from the beginning. He will see you through to the end, and as time goes on, you will see the main reason why you are where he asked you to be. Joseph, overwhelmed with emotion, finally revealed himself. I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. But do not be distressed or angry, for God sent me before you to preserve life. He forgave them, embraced them, and provided for them. Pharaoh invited Jacob and the whole family, 70 people in all, to settle in Goshen, a fertile region in Egypt. Jacob arrived in Egypt and was reunited with Joseph. He blessed Pharaoh and lived in Egypt for 17 years. Before dying, Jacob blessed each of his sons and adopted Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, as his own, giving Joseph a double portion. Jacob died and was buried with Abraham and Isaac in the cave of Machpelah in Canaan. After Jacob's death, Joseph's brothers feared revenge, but Joseph reassured them. You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive. Joseph lived to the age of 110, saw his great-grandchildren, and before dying, made the Israelites swear to carry his bones back to Canaan. As a believer, you have to learn to live the life of Jesus on earth, a distinguished and righteous life. A life of forgiveness. Joseph, regardless of what he faced by his brother, chose to forgive and even accommodate them. Are you hurt by anyone? Yes, it's painful and not easy, but for your sake. Let go. For your peace. Let go.
Thanks for watching. I'm sure you've been blessed by the video. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe.